But I don't feel comfortable.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
We'll sit down. Do you want to actually put the
I'll close the
door?
door.
Let's look. Okay.
Thank you.
So move your bags right over here.
The water's for you if you want. I'm
So
Jennifer
you can just slide
McGrath.
over to the side.
All right.
You mind scooting over just a little bit so we can shut this door? Thank you.
Hold on 1 second. Good.
Want water?
No.
Be with you in 1 second.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, so I've introduced myself. I'm Jennifer McReynolds. I'm a special agent with the FBI. Okay. This is my partner. Your English is probably perfect,
Yes.
so you won't need.
Maybe I need, I don't know.
Okay. Well, if there's
Depends on the
anything,
subject.
if there's anything
Hmm?
to help translate, so.
Okay.
You're probably wondering why you're
Yes,
here.
really.
Yes. So if you don't mind, for the next couple minutes, we're going to explain to you. Just listen and don't say anything yet. We're going to just talk about why you're here and why all this is happening. Okay, I don't know what that was. So, and a good team we have been investigating Reza Zarab and his financial,
Now I understand.
as the finance networks, yes,
Unbelievable.
over the past couple years. Last year you probably have heard we arrested Reza,
Yes.
and he is currently in prison awaiting trial in
Yes.
August.
The frequent question by the investors.
Yes. So, we just want to explain that you're being detained today because we have evidence about your involvement with Reza and his efforts to avoid U.S. sanctions.
Impossible.
Well, before you say anything, we understand that there are others who played a more significant role than you in this effort, and we believe that you have information about these people and their activities. Today we'd like to discuss that with you, if you'd be willing to provide additional information. And before you say anything, we do have to go over a few procedures and protocols that our office has.
Yeah.
For you.
So,
Are you really serious that I detain you right now, or?
yes.
Yes, we have a,
Joking.
yes, we have a warrant for your arrest.
Yeah, there's a warrant for your arrest. So, right now,
That will be, I'm in the.
Well, before you say anything, let's go over some of
Right.
the.
okay. So this is the advisement of rights form. It's in Turkish, just your first language, so you're aware. So if you want to read that for a second, and I can describe it to you.
Well, I don't want to say anything.
No?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's your
If
right,
I'm-
you do
If I'm
have,
detained already, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to say anything.
Right. I mean, the situation is what the situation is. Reza's in prison.
Well, I don't have any relationship with Reza.
In no way, shape, or form. Okay. That's
well,
what
if,
you're stating.
yeah, if it's, if you choose, you know,
If you want to
remain
talk about
silent,
that, that's fine. But if you-
you have every right to.
But you told me it's detained already.
We have a warrant
It's not
for your
detention,
arrest.
there's a warrant for your arrest, you're under arrest. You will be arrested and you will be processed for activities related to Reza Zarab.
Well, ne diyebilirim? Yani ne diyorlar ben, yani anlamsız geldi bana bu iş.
I was saying it's senseless. You speak
Yani-
enough English to say that
yani
in
bir- şöyle
English,
bir
so let them
şey-
understand.
Şöyle, yok ben
Hı hı.
Türkçe söylemek istiyorum. Yani şöyle bir şey izah etmeleri lazım. Benim Reza'yla şahsi hiçbir ilişkim yok.
They need to explain it to me that I have no personal relationship with Zara.
Bankanın Reza'yla yapmış olduğu işlemler vardır.
And Zara was dealing with the bank.
Ya da bankayla ilgili, benim şahsımla ilgili bir konu değil yani.
It's not related to my person. It's related to the bank.
Benimle ilgili olsa Amerika'da ne işim var?
If it was related to me, why am I in the United States?
Do I look like a stupid?
No.
Right. I mean, we're more than happy and willing to discuss and possibly overcome these issues, but you're aware of your rights. I mean, are you comfortable with having a conversation with us?
But you said I'm arrested. I mean, to arrest someone, you need to have the evidence. If you have the evidence,
Mhm.
show me the evidence. What the evidence? I need to know.
Sure, we do have the evidence.
Mhm.
We have the wiretaps between you and Mr. Zarab, as well as you and Mr. Suleiman
No,
Aslan.
you don't have. Probably someone provide you.
Yes, we are in possession of those.
Well, it doesn't make sense for me.
We have,
I know what type of, the conversation we had already.
I mean, are you stating that you don't know Reza Zarab at all?
No, I know, of course, because he's doing the business with our bank.
Okay. So,
before we go on though, I just want to make clear, you have your rights here, and we just want to know if you would be willing to talk with us, we would be more than happy to talk with you.
Well, it depends. If we openly discuss something, and if I do have a right to go back, fine. If not, in any case, if I arrested, no need to talk anything.
make no qualms about it, you are under arrest today. So I want that to be abundantly clear to you that you are going to be arrested, you are going to be processed, you will appear in front of a judge. So I want that to be abundantly clear for you. Now you have the opportunity to have a conversation with us to help yourself. Because obviously in this investigation we've come across information. We have a person in custody who may or may not have made statements about you already. So that's kind of the situation, and it's ultimately your decision to make. So,
Well, do your best. And I'm the government officer, so most probably the Turkish government would like to follow this case.
sounds good. Okay.
Okay,
But there will
I think we need
be
to.
a very huge impact internationally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we are here, the bond issuance of $500 million,
Sure.
and it will deteriorate everything. Not for me,
Mm-hmm.
for
We'll
the
see what
country as well. We'll see.
Yeah, they said the same thing about Reza. So
Well, let's,
No, Reza
go
is
through
a
the-
different case. You cannot compare myself with Reza.
we'll see. Okay. So are you aware of these rights? Just want to make sure. So long as you're aware of these rights, if you can just initial them, just so you're aware of them.
Yes, I would like to prefer to be quiet.
That's fine. Okay. Do you mind initialing so you're aware of those, please?
Check the
Yes, please. Initials, like your initials, please.
Baş harfleriniz.
And just check them and then initial, so long as you're aware of all of them.
nasıl?
Bu şekilde aynı işaret koyup yanına tekrar baş harflerinizi koyun.
Okay, so right now what we're gonna do is, right now we're gonna have to go through a processing phase, which is where we do fingerprints, we take photographs, there's some information with
Yes.
regards to U.S. Marshals intake forms that we'll have to fill out. It takes a little bit of time, I apologize for that, but we're gonna try and get through that as expeditiously as possible. And so we're gonna have some guys in here to kind of help speed that process along. We'll get it going. And then basically what's going to happen is once the processing is done, we get all that paperwork, you will be handed over to the U.S. Marshal Service and you will be put into federal prison holding. Okay?
Well, it's not legal, I guess.
I'm sorry?
It's not legal.
Oh, it's very legal. I mean, it's signed by a United States judge. So it's a probable cause arrest warrant that you've violated
I
U.S.
just
law.
wanted to answer these two questions,
Sure.
just to be sure.
Sure.
If you would initial those, the two questions, and then sign your name at the bottom.
Şunları da aynı şekilde bunları yaptığınız gibi yanlarına.
If you're not willing to answer questions, that's fine, you don't have to answer, or you don't have to initial that.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
would just like your signature at the end, showing that you were in fact given this document.
Yeah.
And that you
Fine,
understood your,
That's fine, Mike.
okay.
That's fine. Okay, so we're going to start the processing. All right, so Mr. Attila, there's going to be a few of us in here. It is what it is. We're going to try and make this as accommodating as we possibly can. I know they had done a. Did they do a quick frisk of you? All right, so we're going to have to do that again, and it's going to have to be more thorough.
No.
Okay. So we'll get.
Please inform my colleagues.
What's that? You don't have access to your phones. Those
No,
are-
no, no. You inform my colleagues.
Arkadaş, yeah. Would you-
We'll do what we can.
Because we need to cancel the bond issues in this case. And there are the different things that's it's gonna trigger.
That's not our concern at this point in time. Right now, our job is to process you and get you in.
Yeah.
You need to stand up. Take your jacket off and your vest.
So were you born in Turkey?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead. Can you take the vest off too, sir? Thank you. Clear. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna lift your collar up if that's all right. There's nothing sharp, right, in any way, shape, or form that's gonna stick me, right? No needles for diabetes, anything like that?
No.
No? Okay, arms out. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take the belt off quick, if you don't mind. If you go ahead.
Do you really think that I'm criminal?
What's that?
Do you really think that I'm criminal?
Remember, you retain right to counsel. Good. I'm just gonna check pocket areas first, okay? Alright. So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna button here. I'm just gonna kind of flip through and go through here. Alright. Okay. What's this? Okay. None of that. Yeah, I started a little bag there, so. Okay. Sorry, I have to do a genitalia search. I apologize. It's just the way it is. Sorry. It is what it is. I like it as little as you do. All right, if you don't mind taking your shoes off, kick those off, please.
Well, you have to feel what they're doing the wrong things like.
Okay. Let me just, here, there's nothing in the sock line, right? Within your luggage, Mr. Attila, do you have anything that's like a slip-on type of shoe without shoelaces?
No, I don't.
No? All right, we'll try and figure something out for you.
Mr. Attila, would you mind taking off that bracelet?
Just one?
Yes, please.
Yes. So we're gonna, basically, everything that's on your person, we're going to log. We'll write down everything that you own. So this is property,
It's
that
your
we-
property.
So it's your property. So we'll make sure that we get all that information down. You will receive a copy of it. It's a 3-piece copy, so you will receive information as well as everything that we have taken from you. So we'll start that paperwork up. And basically what we're going to do right now is, Mr. Attila, we're going to start the processing. So if you can just help Rob with answering the questions, we can get you out of here as soon as possible. Okay?
Let's see.
It's not questions related to the investigation in any way, shape, or form. I want to make that very clear to you. This is just information to be put into the system. Okay?
Let's see.
Sure.
So what's your date of birth?
I just would like to inform you guys, I don't know what you are doing, but end of today, once the people hear about it, it will be a huge disaster.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to mean that I'm wasting my time, it's another issue.
Mhm.
But canceling the Eurobond issues, putting pressure on the Halk Bank. Well, it's totally disaster.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna keep this, but it's,
Let me see if I can grab some. Sure.
because that will be too late, I mean,